Big news coming in. Let's take a look at that. 6 terrorists killed out of 14 in the hit list of the armed forces. This is important to remember. Now, they may not be directly linked to the Pahalgam massacre of 22nd April, but it's also a reminder, whether from Jaish or Lashkar, these terrorists active managed to be in the Kashmir Valley, and with tip-offs, with leads that are coming to our armed forces in joint operation, the JKP, the army, and of course other forces as well, ensuring they are neutralized. 6 gone down. Of course, there are some more to go. Lieutenant General Vinod Bhatia, former GGMO, continues to be with us. General Bhatia, my understanding here is that this is a cleanup in many ways. What would be your advice as much to the forces on the ground, given your experience, about how this needs to keep going?
No, I don't think they need my advice. They're doing exceedingly well. And like I said, I'm very proud of what they're doing. And we all are very proud of what they're doing. They don't need my advice. I'm a former soldier, and I'm very proud of what they've done. But the fact remains, it's a very, at the strategic level, at the operational level, at the tactical level, I think it's being executed exceedingly well. Like you said, 6 of the 14 known cases of terrorists have been eliminated, 3 more today, 3 the other day. So that continues. The total synergy, there's a total focus. What has happened, and it's very sad that it has happened. But Pakistan, it is Pakistan supported terrorism, Pakistan sponsored terrorism, Pakistan dictated terrorism, Pakistan promoted terrorism. So Pakistan is the key. Right? The terrorists are just the face of it, the modus operandi of Pakistan. Very clear that 14 terrorists, 3 individuals, 1,000 cuts. So that is not happening anymore. And Pakistan is paying cost for it.
Do you believe, sir, what you said is important? I want to ask you a counter question on that. Pakistan-sponsored terrorism we've seen all these years. Do you believe, sir, in the past few years, the local OGW support has come down? We remember massive protests would happen if there's an operation on in sensitive areas, and that would erupt in anger. But now that local support has relatively come down.
Definitely. I was there last year in June, July, and the first time in my life I saw Srinagar actually. Having been there a number of times, but I traveled on my own, in my own car with my wife. We went all over, and we couldn't park a car anywhere. That was sort of tourism it was there. And what I'm trying to say is actually, if you look at it, J&K was back to normalcy. The silent majority which is there, which is about 85% silent majority, they were for economic development, they were for their own survival, and that is what had changed after suspension of Article 370. So that is something which we need to see. Unfortunately, after Article 2019, the COVID came in. It took a little time for the Kashmiri public to get the peace dividend. But the peace dividend was visible from 22, 23, 24. And that is where Pakistan did not like it, because losing grip on the populace, when they saw the peace dividend, they were for peace. A normal man, what does he want? He wants to progress. He wants the children to go to a school. Schools are open. There's no protest anymore. There's no stone pelting anymore. So a lot of things have already changed for peace for the better. And that is why the setback of Pahalgam, I think we need to overcome that. And what I say is we need a 4E strategy for Kashmir. The 4 E's are education, economic development, employment generation, and empathy for the people of Kashmir. It is not that all Kashmiris are there. There are a few of them. But empathy for the people of Kashmir is very important, especially not only in Kashmir, especially Kashmiri people outside also, like students studying in, outside of Kashmir. So we need to understand that they are our people, and we need to guide them properly. We will send them back, and tourism has to get back into Kashmir. Kashmir development has to take place, so that we actually wean them away from the pressures and from the sponsorship of Pakistan.
Well said, sir. Well said. 4E. That's a very important, the metaphor, the suggestion that has come in. Because eventually, remember, to ensure radicalization by Pakistan does not succeed, we have to ensure the constant efforts are on. I must tell you that it's not just about operations and encounters by the Indian Army. They do a lot of social work as much on the ground, reaching out to especially young men and women to be able to tell them that before Pakistan can reach them, that India, Indian government, Indian public has always meant well for the people of Kashmir. And that's been also an important initiative. So let's hope that there will be these few terrorists who want to disturb, will be neutralized, and Kashmir can return to normalcy like we had seen in the past few years.